Hi, I'm Dan Houck. I'm the building official for the City of Blaine. Many projects, including fences, require that you establish your property lines before you get a permit. This is very important because we need to measure off that line for setbacks and so forth. So, property pin looks like this. They're in each corner of your lot. To find your corner markers, I recommend starting from the front yard at the street. Typical corner markers are 14.5 feet back from the curb. Your property line starts 14.5 feet back from the curb in most instances, and your survey will indicate this. So you take a measuring device. We'll start right at the curb here, and it gets an approximation. It'll go back 14.5 feet. That brings us right out to about here. Before you start digging, you want to go for state 1, number 811. They'll come out and mark any underground wiring and so forth. It's a very important step before you do any digging. Simply, some shallow digging is all typically you need to do. These markers are anywhere from 6 to 10 inches under the ground. In this case, the marker is right here, and it's just underneath the sod. Once you find the one marker, it becomes relatively easy to do the rest of them if they are existing. Place a stake next to this, and now measure from here, using your survey, back to the next marker. The survey will show you exactly how many feet and inches that will be. In some cases you can't, it's really hard to do this, to find your first marker, and I'd recommend using a metal detector at that point. You can rent them. And if that fails, the worst case scenario is you have to hire a licensed surveyor to come out and reestablish your property lines. Typically, you can find them yourself.